Happy New Year, my friends. 2021 is here. 2020 is finally done with. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Just want to bring you guys a little update on the channel, kind of, where we're at, where we're going. I know the content here on the Nintendo channel has been a little bit kind of touch and go lately. I think that's kind of mostly because new consoles came out for, my other channels. If you don't know, I have two gaming channels. The other one's just called JSkeleton, youtube.com/JSkeleton. This one is specific to just Nintendo content, and I feel like 2020 has been kind of slow for Nintendo as well. We've had things, and as they've come, I've went through them. Like, we did a playthrough of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and I still gotta get through Super Mario 3D All Stars. We finished Mario 64 pretty quick, and then there was like a long period of time where like we had started Super Mario Sunshine, and then I didn't kind of play it for a few weeks, and then we did another episode, and then it's been another couple weeks again because it was Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff, and I was just trying to hang out with the family a bit and kind of chill. So probably still gonna try to relax for the next couple days at least, and kind of it's been a nice little kind of breathing section where most of the stuff I've done has been kind of pre-scheduled. The only thing I recorded for this channel recently is a few different Pokemon card openings, because I got a bunch of Pokemon cards between what my wife gave me for Christmas and some that I bought right before Christmas as well. So I think about like 3 videos. You guys, probably by the time you see this video, you've probably only seen one of those videos, because I'm going to, obviously I don't want to put them out all at the exact same time, so maybe stretch them over 2-3 days in between each of those videos, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so again, this channel always specific for Nintendo only. The other channel for anything else gaming, and like I said, with PS5 and Xbox Series X coming out, there was a lot. I was really busy with that other channel as well. So thankfully, not much came out for this channel, the Nintendo channel, at the same time, except Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which thankfully, with the demo, we were able to kind of kick off a little bit early, before the actual launch, because the demo was like the first, hour of the game or so. That was a really great game, by the way. If you haven't played it, you should try it out. But what are we doing moving forward? More Nintendo content, hopefully more stuff to cover. I apologize that things have been a little bit slow. If there's anything more or anything specific you guys want to see from this channel, let me know in the comment section below. But one thing I've always been kind of certain about with this channel is that it is, at its core, Nintendo. It doesn't matter what it is. We could be doing, Pokemon card openings. We could be doing Nintendo news, reactions to, announcements from Nintendo. We could be doing Nintendo, like live streams or playthroughs of different story-based games that are Nintendo. But ultimately, it's always Nintendo, right? And I've always loved that because I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I've always loved having a channel where I could just nerd out about Nintendo specifically, and this just being exactly what it's called, Nintendo's world, a Nintendo world, right? JSkeleton's Nintendo world. So I really love that about this channel. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that as well. We've had like kind of ups and downs with this channel, where we've had moments where there's a lot of content to cover and moments where it's kind of been a little bit more dead and dry. I think that's just kind of the territory with having a channel specific to Nintendo content only. And like I said, there's been times where I've been busy with other stuff. Also recently I put out a music EP, like an album, 5-song album called My Nightmare, under the name of 7 Minutes After. If you guys are interested in that, I'll link it down in the description below. So that is something I also want to continue. Obviously, I want to continue putting out, professionally recorded music. That's also time consuming. So I'm trying to balance time, and work-life balance. So, doing stuff with like content while, obviously, still maintaining time to spend with my family and things like that, which is another reason I've been kind of enjoying this kind of downtime. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty with my dad, kind of catching up with him a little bit more, just kind of watching a lot of movies and chilling with, my wife and kids and stuff, and different things like that. So, the only thing is I got to get my mom and Donkey Kong on the Nintendo Switch Online. We used to play Donkey Kong Country all the time when I was young. I was going to say when we were young. When I was young, I mean, I guess she was younger too at the time, but and the fact that we have all 3 of those Donkey Kong countries on the Switch, I've been meaning to play them with her, so hopefully I can get around to that as well, because I always really loved playing through those games with her back in the day, and I want to do it again. The fact that we have the capabilities to play it online, and it's not the same as sitting side by side, but it's better than nothing, and that's pretty cool. And like I said, those 3 games are now all on the Switch, and I love them. I love those games so much. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it offline. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. But so that's another side of things that I've just kind of been kind of doing, I guess, if you will. So one other thing to mention is I'm gonna have a channel update for both channels. So if you are subscribed to both channels, they're 2 different videos, obviously, right? This is specifically talking about this channel. That was specifically talking about that channel. So keep that in mind. That's they're two different updates based on those 2 different channels. One of the other things I've actually been up to lately. Well, hold on, before I get into that, Nintendo content. Okay, we don't know what's coming in January. I don't know if we're getting anything Nintendo related in January, any Nintendo games. Nintendo sometimes drops like these last minute kind of announcements, so maybe there's still hope. This is Zelda's, what is it, 35th anniversary, if I remember right, this year. So I'm really hoping that we get a Skyward Sword HD, and I'm hoping we get some pretty crazy stuff revolved around The Legend of Zelda. We got some pretty crazy stuff for Super Mario Bros. In 2020, and we still have a little bit of that, going until the end of March of 2021. But after that, it's all Zelda, baby. And I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I'm a huge Mario fan as well, but like the Legend of Zelda franchise has always been one of my favorite alongside Kingdom Hearts. So I just love Zelda so much. I've been playing it since I was super young, since before I can even barely remember. Like I was probably 2 or 3. Like I have a very foggy memory of playing it for the first time on the NES. Never beat it on that one. My first one I beat was Link's Awakening. So I'm really excited about this year for the 35th anniversary, and I hope Nintendo has some great things in store for that. I really hope Skyward Sword HD happens, man. We've seen with Super Mario Galaxy, you can use the Wii motion controls with the nunchucks, with the what you call it, the Joy-Cons. So that's. I'm looking at you, Nintendo. I see you. I hope we get it. So hopefully that happens. The only thing that I know that's coming out sooner than later is basically a Wii U port, which I've already beat, but I'm gonna play it again here on the channel, which is Super Mario 3D World. They're porting it over from obviously the Wii U to Nintendo Switch, but that's not till February. That's like mid-February. So I don't know. I think it's February 12th, right? Yeah, it's February 12th. So besides that, I don't know what we're getting really, Nintendo content. I think, it's sometime this month, right? I think it's soon, the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary Splatoon Splatfest or whatever. So maybe we'll be able to knock that out as well, a video or 2, maybe a stream. I don't know, we'll see on that. I still got to finish playing through Super Mario Sunshine and then Super Mario Galaxy from the 3D All-Stars collection. I've already beaten those games 100 times back in the day, but I've been playing through them here on the channel as live streams. We played through 64 pretty quickly, which is kind of funny because that was my first time beating it. Not my first time playing, my first time beating it. Played it lots back in the day, but I never finished it. Super Mario Sunshine, I also beat 100 times, as well as Galaxy, but we did a few episodes of that, and then I had a little bit of a kind of gap because the new consoles came out for my other channel, PS5 and Xbox Series X, and then I did another episode, and then it was Christmas, so we haven't done another one since. So we got to finish that up. Maybe we'll do that throughout the month of January, since there's not a lot going on. Play through Super Mario Galaxy, and by then we'll have more Mario, which is going to be Super Mario 3D World, and then after that we'll hopefully have a lot of Zelda stuff to cover. So it's going to be a crazy year. I'm not expecting Breath of the Wild sequel this year, by the way. I know it's the anniversary for The Legend of Zelda, but I think that's gonna be the point. They're gonna focus on, maybe we'll get a collection, you know what I mean? Dude, that'd be so sick. Oh my goodness, that'd be so cool. Imagine we get Ocarina and Majora's Mask on the Switch. Now here's my thing. If we get Majora's Mask and Ocarina on the Switch, I want it so bad to be the 3D version because it has nicer colors, and I love the things that they've kind of done with it to make it just better. I don't even care if the graphics aren't that much better, okay? Obviously upscale it to be 1080p, so it's it's not 3DS resolution. Even if it was a 3DS resolution, even then I probably wouldn't complain. Even if you had the square box or whatever, I was like, I'll take anything. I just want the 3D version. I'm not crazy about the old school versions. I didn't beat those games until the 3DS versions, to be honest with you guys. I played Ocarina back in the day, but here's the thing, if you don't know about me, N64 is the only Nintendo home console I didn't own. So any of those games on N64 that I played was at friend's house or family that owned it. I did play N64 a ton because I was always over at someone's house that had an N64. So I've played it a ton, but because I didn't own it myself until recently, I never beat the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Super Mario 64. Played them a lot. Not Majora's Mask. I didn't play Majora's Mask actually until the 3DS version came out. But I love it. And I love the 3DS version. Everything's nicer. So that, imagine we get that. That'd be crazy. Twilight Princess is my favorite game of all time. You could probably see I have a Twilight Princess poster right in the corner by my guitars here, which my wife got me, which is still one of my favorite posters of all time. And I just love that game. That is literally my favorite game ever. Like, out of any game ever existed. Like, I'm not just talking Nintendo. I'm saying any game ever made ever. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is my favorite game ever. So I own it on the GameCube. I beat it like a ton of times on the GameCube when it first came out. Then I got a Wii and I owned it on the Wii, and I still own the Wii version. I own 2 Wii versions. So I own the base, the normal version, and then when it came out, the Nintendo Selects version, which is the exact same game, which is a different case. That's how much I love Twilight Princess. I own that, and then I own the HD version with like the greatest amiibo ever made, which is this one right here. Like, look at that amiibo. That is so cool. So I own that amiibo. I love it so much. It sits on my desk with a couple other ones. So I would love to see Twilight Princess come to the Switch. I feel like there's a chance Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, there's a chance because so many, pretty much every other Wii U game has been ported to the Switch except those 2. And maybe they were waiting for the 35th anniversary to do it. And maybe this is the year they're going to do it. Maybe we're going to get Twilight Princess HD ported. We're going to get Wind Waker HD ported. We're finally going to get Skyward Sword HD. Maybe we'll even... This is pushing it. We probably won't get this much. Even that's pushing it. But maybe we'll even get Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask if we're fortunate enough. But anyways, I'm just dreaming now. But anyway, so hopefully we get some news soon from Nintendo on what's going on with, you know, releases this year. Maybe hopefully we get something in January. If we don't, well, we at least have 3D All-Stars to kind of continue through, you know, to tide us over until, you know, they port over Super Mario 3D World. But that's pretty much what I've been up to. Then of course there's the Twitch side of things. Like I said, you know, for Let's Plays, I like to, you know, usually do that on YouTube, whether it's live or recorded. But for Twitch, I like to do a lot of, you know, kind of casual streams, whether we're just jamming out on music or we're just hanging out, you know, trying to 100% a game that we've already beaten the main story for, or replaying a game, or you know, playing multiplayer games, different things like that. So definitely want to, you know, try to get a little bit more consistent with the Twitch streams as well. You know, try to knock out at least, you know, a couple streams a week and be more consistent with that, because I really do enjoy the live interaction with you guys. It's always been, you know, a favorite thing of mine. I really do love the live, you know, streams and being able to, you know, just hang out with people that are all across the world. So also want to continue, you know, growing that side of things as well, and all that good stuff. And one of the other things I've been up to is I've been dabbling in this other kind of thing. I guess it's like a podcast called JSkeleton Rants. I wasn't really going to mention it because I'm not really trying to promote it or push it. I was kind of trying to see how it, you know, maybe grew organically or whatever. And it's kind of separate to, you know, what we're doing here. I mean, there's kind of things that are tied in a way, but anyways, it has its own YouTube channel. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I've only been doing it for the past week or 2, and JSkeleton Rants is kind of a concept I came up with about 3 or 4 years ago. If you've been around the channel for a while, you may have remembered, like, you know, a very small handful of videos, probably 4 or 5, that I was calling JSkeleton Rants, and the whole idea was to take a topic and just kind of, you know, discuss it, talk about it, and it could have been any kind of topic, right? And so I kind of, you know, dabbled a little bit more into that idea recently with my, you know, downtime from gaming content, and I've been liking it, you know, talking about different topics and things like that. It could be anything from, like, you know, talking about, you know, maybe a game or a movie, or maybe let's say like the ending of like the Season 2 of The Mandalorian. I haven't made an episode on that, but I mean, that's just giving you an example. You know, just kind of, you know, pop culture, nerdy stuff, or, you know, I could be talking about a life story, or I could be talking about kind of more heavier topics, right? Like theological topics. I'm a Christian with a Christian worldview, so theology is a big part of me. So, you know, that's going to be something, you know, that I will obviously be discussing in those kind of videos over on, you know, that channel. And then, you know, cultural issues and societal issues from a Christian perspective and worldview, which I know is not the most popular worldview, especially nowadays. You know, but, you know, if you guys do go check out that channel, just keep that in mind. You know, it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with my take on things. You know, we should be able to discuss these things, even if they're heavier topics, you know, topics that are harder to talk about. And, you know, again, I'm not trying to promote or push, you know, that podcast. It's just kind of a thing that I've been wanting to do some kind of podcast for a while. I looked at JSkeleton Rants, that whole concept I had, you know, from a few years ago, and I was like, hey, let's just kind of give it a go and you know, see how it goes. And I've been enjoying it. Like, one episode I talked about the Chronicles of Narnia and how I love the Chronicles of Narnia. Actually, ironically, been just starting to read through the books. I'm not really a big reader. I usually like comics more, but we rewatched the 3 movies recently. I really love the movies. I've always loved the movies, and so I wanted to actually get into the books as well. So anyways, one episode I talked about that. You know, another episode I was talking about just different things, more theological kind of side of things. There was I did an episode just kind of talking about my new EP, my music EP. So that was kind of its own episode. So that's what I mean. It's kind of a variety of things, just like my interests and you know, perspectives and views and different things like that. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, again, I didn't want to talk about that too much. Wasn't even going to mention it, but I figured, you know, this is a channel update, so I might as well throw that in there as well. But yeah, so that's kind of just what's going on. And again, that's kind of an extra, you know, thing to throw into the mix of things. But that's kind of more loose, you know. That could be like something where, you know, maybe you'll have like 5 episodes in a week, and then another week you'll have like 1 episode. It just kind of depends, right? I'm gonna try to get at least 1 episode a week on JSkeleton Rants if possible. But yeah, so that's you know, that's kind of just something I'm kind of doing a little bit more casually, I guess, for now, and seeing where it goes. So anyways, that's basically you know, my thoughts. You know, moving forward, we're going to continue with the Nintendo content. You know, I'm going to try to balance all these different content avenues that we've you know, that I have going on here. Try not to spread myself too thin, kind of figure out the best way to kind of go about everything. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. If you have any feedback or anything you want to see more of or less of, or, you know, just any feedback, I'm always open to critiques, you know, opinions, whatever. Let me know. And again, you should join our Discord down in the description below. Trying to grow that as a community of gamers. You know, you can follow me at JSkeleton92 on Twitter if you want to. I'm always I basically live on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm on there. You know, that's a very, you know, a place where I'm very active, and all that good stuff. So those are just kind of a couple things, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you guys have an amazing 2021. Hopefully it's a little bit better than 2020 was. But even, you know what? Even if 2021 isn't as great as we hope, which, you know, hopefully it is, just always, you gotta always look at the positive things, right? You know, the fact is, we're alive, we're breathing, we have, you know, air in our lungs, our heart's beating. I think those are all, you know, kind of things that we need to remember to be grateful for, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, you got to find things to be positive about, to be grateful for, thankful for, and all that good stuff, even when life gets crazy. But hopefully 2021 is a lot better. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, staying well, and I look forward to you know, sharing more content with you guys in the new year. So happy new year. I'll see you guys soon, another one. Until then, my friends, game on. Thanks for watching.